John the Torres here in Montego Bay, Jamaica. And you, whomever you are watching this, you might be coming out here soon, or you might be thinking about it. So before you book the plane ticket, before you book the hotel, and before you call Montego Bay your next travel destination, why don't you take a look before you book? Alright everyone, so to kick it off, I'm going to be talking about the currency, and I'll make this quick because not really much to talk about. But here in Jamaica, they do have their own currency, but as far as here in Montego Bay goes, they're not really using it all that much. The US dollar is definitely running the show out here when it comes to paying for whatever it is that you're paying for, meals, drinks, taxis. You can still, of course, use the Jamaican currency, but I have not seen many people use it. I have not really seen too many people ask for it, especially when I find myself dining or drinking somewhere. They always ask me first, are you paying with US dollars? Also, credit cards are very much accepted. If you're in the main tourist side of Montego Bay, if you go out to the neighborhoods and you venture out, that might be a different story. But if you're gonna stay where the beaches are at, where the hotels are at, and like I said, the overall tourist zone, you can most certainly use your credit card. And a reminder, make sure that that credit card has no foreign transaction fees. You don't want to get that statement and have your jaw dropping and say to yourself, why didn't I look into that? So just a little piece of advice from yours truly, John the Torres. So I talked about the currency status out here. Now let me talk about the price levels. All right, everybody, there you see it displayed on your screen. The price levels here in Montego Bay, Jamaica. Before I get into this, I just want to say this is my humble opinion. This is how I view it, and this is how I call it, and this is how I've come to gather everything during my stay here. So don't get discouraged, or whether you agree with me or you don't. Maybe you've been to this city or you plan on coming out to this city. You've done your research, whatever the case may be. Again, can't stress it enough. It's just my humble opinion. So let's get into it. The hotels and Airbnbs, pricey. The hotel I stayed at was located on Gloucester Avenue, surrounded by everything that you need. I paid $100 US for my nightly stay. I think that nightly rate is a little too steep. Location is great. The hotel itself was decent. It had everything that I needed: comfortable bed, Wi-Fi, TV, good sized bathroom. And remember now, Montego Bay is filled with resorts. So if anyone is planning on coming out here and staying at a resort, well, you can expect to pay even more compared to regular boutique hotel. Moving down to casual food and drink options, I'm gonna say that they're fair. The other day I went to a place by the name of Wings and Things. I got some breakfast, coffee, and I ended up paying about $18. That's including tip, so maybe a tad bit high, but again, you're in a very tourism driven coastal town, so that's the prices that you can expect to pay. Taxi and transportation, this one right here is definitely pricey. When I arrived to the airport and I headed out to the taxi area, I asked the guy how much he was charging to take me to my hotel, which is only 9 minutes away, and he said $20. I feel like that was too much of an asking price, so we negotiated a little bit, and eventually he agreed to drop the price down to $15, which is, I think, still a little bit too much. I understand the economy status out here is not the greatest, so everyone is gonna raise the prices. They gotta make a couple extra bucks, so I get it and I understand it. I am no way, shape, or form trying to be a cheapskate or trying to take advantage of the locals. I just want to be charged a reasonable price, especially if I'm just taking a 9-minute taxi ride. Clubs, bars, and restaurants, I'm gonna say fair, but they are knocking on the door of being pricey. I didn't spend too much time in the clubs and the bars and the restaurants, but from my little experience, I'm gonna say that it was fair. If that's something that you're planning on doing during your stay here, well, it might be more on the pricey level for you. Stores, pharmacy, grocery stores, cost friendly. Even just getting a bottle of water, you're gonna get charged $1, so that's more than reasonable. And other small purchases that I made at the stores overall, I'm gonna say I was charged on a cost-friendly level. Excursions, sightseeing activities, this is something that I didn't get to do during my stay because I was only here a short while. But as I was walking past the tour offices, I could see that all of their excursions and sightseeing and activities, they were on the pricey side of things. So, but then again, that's to be expected. So it doesn't really surprise me. So anywhere you go, whether it's Montego Bay, Punta Cana, San Juan, anywhere in the Caribbean where you have some boat trips, adventure trips, things of that nature, it's gonna be on the pricey side of things. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the price levels here in Montego Bay, Jamaica. All right, so for the thousands of viewers in attendance right now, and for the soon to be millions of viewers around the world who will tune in to this look before your book, Montego Bay 2025, I now present to you the beach vibes, and you're seeing it there on your phone screen, TV screen, tablet screen, laptop screen, whatever screen that you are watching from, and wherever you are in this world, you're seeing the captivating, eye-catching beach vibes on Doctor's Cave Beach. The water is warm, the sun is hot, and the drinks are cold. And you see a plane coming in filled with tourists who are ready to enjoy themselves and enjoy these beach vibes. The water is just so clear and blue, and you just want to plunge into it. If you want to enjoy this beach, it's going to come with a price, a staggering $8 to enter. Also, you're going to have to pay for the chair and the umbrella. That's going to be $7 a piece. This beach is a very family-friendly beach. That's mostly who I saw on the beach: families, couples, friends, a few singles. So for anybody who's a party animal and you want to get loose and wild, maybe not the best beach option for you. Nonetheless, a beach that anyone can enjoy. All right, now we're gonna take it down the street. This is Harmony Beach. This is about a 10-minute taxi ride from Doctor's Cave Beach. And for you penny pinchers out there, if you're not willing to spend a staggering $8 to enjoy your beach day, well, head on over to Harmony Beach. It's free entry. You get a great view of the mountains. You got some food options, drink options that run along the beach. So if you get that hunger pain kicking in, or you just want to do some sipping and tipping, slurping and burping on the beach in Montego Bay, great option for you. Much like Doctor's Cave Beach, family-friendly, couples, friends type of a beach. During my time in Montego Bay, I never did find that loose and wild beach, but whomever you are watching this, maybe you will. Maybe you will find that wild and loose beach if that's what you're looking for. But if not, if what you saw right here on Look Before You Book, if it's what you like, well, that's what awaits. All right, I think it's time for a little Q&A segment with John the Torres here on Look Before Your Book. So let's start it off with question number one. Who's Montego Bay for? Well, if you ask me, in my humble opinion, and from what I've been seeing here during my time, I'm gonna say it's for everyone. Whether you're single, you got a significant other, you're married, you're coming here on a family trip, it's for everyone. I've seen a mixed bag of everybody out here. Whether I've been at the beach, at the bar, walking down the street, you gotta live for every part out here. So whether you're looking for the chill vibe, you're looking for the party vibe, you're looking to do excursions, maybe have a quick getaway or a one-week vacation, I think this is a great option for you. So the next question, how long should I stay in Montego Bay? I'm gonna say a few days is plenty enough. You can most certainly do a lot and see a lot in just a matter of a few days. You can come here on a Friday, enjoy yourself Friday night, enjoy yourself all of Saturday, all of Sunday, and be on your way Monday. It's a small city, so there's not a whole lot to see. Moving on to the next question, what does Montego Bay offer? I'll tell you what it offers. Beautiful beaches, delicious seafood, casual dining, some of the finest resorts that you'll find in the Caribbean, excursions, tours, a lot of adventure type tours too, assuming that there's some adventure seekers coming out here to Montego Bay. And above all else, Montego Bay offers some of the best experiences that you'll have with the fine folks who call this place home. I'll tell you what, during my time out here, everybody has been cordial, charming, friendly. You very much feel that just great energy from the people. So yeah, that in a nutshell is what Montego Bay offers. The next question, and this one is kind of sorta piggybacking on question number 3 as far as what Montego Bay offers, but next question, why should I come to Montego Bay? I'll tell you why you should come. This is further encouragement if the answer to question number 3 wasn't good enough. You should come here for the sun and the fun, the beautiful women, the beautiful sights, the wonderful sounds, the ripping and the tearing, the sipping and the tipping, and of course, the slurping and the burping. All right, and the final question, question number 5, is it safe out here? And I'll tell you what, it is most certainly safe. I haven't had any moments where I feel like I gotta watch over my shoulder, like there's any lunatics or shady characters roaming the streets. There's plenty of police presence out here, security presence, plenty of fellow tourists out here. And it's not a place where you gotta feel on edge or look at your pockets to make sure nobody's gonna try to sneak their hand in there. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, it's a safe city. All right, so as the sun begins to set here in Montego Bay, now it's time for the final segment of the Look Before You Book. And final segment of the Look Before You Book, which is nightlife. So the nightlife here in Montego Bay, to be direct about it, it's not really the strongest. There is a nightlife here, but it's not really all that much to talk about. The area that I've noticed where everybody seems to go once the sun drops down is where the Margaritaville is at, the Coral Cliff Casino. In that particular area, you're gonna find some lounges, clubs, a few bars. I made mention of Margaritaville. I've noticed many people gravitate towards that place. As far as a multitude of options when it comes to nightlife, not really much going on. Now, as far as other parts of town go, I can't really speak on that, but Gloucester Avenue, aka the Hip Strip, that's where I can make my best judgment and give you my most accurate and clear perspective as far as the nightlife scene here in Montego Bay. Don't let it discourage you. As everything else I've covered on this wonderful coastal city, it's very much a city that's worth visiting and a city to call your next travel destination. So ladies and gentlemen, with all that in mind and with all that being said, hopefully you enjoyed the Look Before You Book Montego Bay, and thank you very much for watching.